Hi, I'm Andrew Carr. I'm with the Master Gardeners of Northern Virginia. We're here at the Glen Carlin Library Demonstration Garden. We're going to talk a little bit about soil testing, when you'll need it, and how to do it today. So soil tests can be helpful for your garden and your landscape in many ways. So if you're establishing a new lawn, a new garden bed, or if you have them established and you just want some more information or you see some problems with it, you can do a soil test to give you information on the pH level and nutrients, phosphorus, different nutrients that you'll need to have information on so that you can add what you need for those garden beds or landscaping areas. Okay, so now we're ready to take our soil test, and here we're going to do one for a lawn. And so you want to dig down about 6 to 8 inches into the lawn as you can. So we dig out a good wedge. Hit it from both sides. Here we've got some pretty thick clay in Virginia, so sometimes you really got to get in there. Dig out a good wedge. You can see the bottom here. We'll get out any of the roots, and we'll cut off a good slice. Get into our container here. We'll mix it around, let it dry out any, because if you have too wet or too dry, you're going to have not a very uniform sample. So we've got some here, we're going to let it dry out for a little bit. And while we're doing that, we're going to go around, and usually you would take about 4 or 5 more samples to get a good mix of your whole lawn. So we've dug a little hole out of our lawn for the soil test, but you're going to want to patch it up. You don't want to just get rid of this because you got some good grass and clover and different things growing out of here. So you just take that patch, you pop it right back in there. It should grow back good as new. So now we've gathered our 5 samples and put them together, let it dry out enough so that it looks uniform. We've mixed it together, and we've got our lawn samples here. We picked up this soil sample test kit from the Fairlington Community Center where the Master Gardeners are located, but you can also get them around different garden centers around the area. So it comes with this nice box that you fold up pretty easily. And then inside it has some information that you'll need to fill out later after we put it together. We'll put that to the side for right now, and we'll fill up our box with our air-dried mixture of a sample from our lawn. So all right, just fill it up just enough here so that you have a good nice sample, and we'll close it up. Now if you were taking several different samples, you'd want to write on the side which one's from which. If it's garden bed, make sure you identify it so that later on you won't have a bunch of different samples and not know where they're from. So now we've got our soil boxed up in this little soil test box, and now we're going to go on to the form that comes with it, where you'll start filling it out. You'll have your personal identification, your name, email, everything that they'll need to get in contact with you about the results from your soil test. And over here is the code. It'll be sent, the results will be sent to the cooperative extension agent, along with, so you'll fill in the code that you put on your box that identifies which one you had. If you had multiples, you'll have different ones, but and then here you'll fill out the code for the plant to be grown. So whatever you have been testing for, whether it's shrubs, or here we're doing a lawn to maintain an already established lawn. So you'll pick the code for that so that they can, the people at the soil lab can give you the proper results and recommendations for what you're growing. So after you have it boxed up, you'll put it into another box with a check made out to the Virginia Tech Soil Lab, and address the box and send it off with your payment, and you should have results back within a week. All right, so it's been about a week, and here we've gotten our test results back. Now the Virginia Tech Soil Testing Lab has given us these results sent to my email, and it shows you a variety of different things. First of all, levels of nutrients that you have in your soil here, and with the rating. So there's high plus, high negative, very high, sufficient, and this will tell you if you need to amend your soil in these different ways. All right, so down here it gives you several different levels as well, the most important being the soil pH. So you'll look at your soil pH and think about whether it fits the plant that you're trying to grow here. If it does, then good. If not, you will need to amend your soil so that it'll give it a better environment. And below here, the soil testing lab has given us recommendations of what to add to our soil to grow a good plant here. So that's how to take a soil test and the benefits that you'll have from it. The cooperative extension, we advise that you do this about every 3 years as nutrient levels change. And that should help you to grow a beautiful garden, lawn, or whatever space you're growing. Happy gardening!